Well, my man MoneyBoy Trey in the building. He said, hit that like or we gon' fight. Make sure you check him out on YouTube.
What's going on, everybody? I was in Jed's live today. Y'all see it. Let's talk 11/22/24. If you did not see it, you should get over there. He broke it open. I mean, he disclosed some behind the scenes things, the political pacts. And I got to go back to Michael Smith when he said the DOTTS. It appears that the good old Democrats of Thornton Township, even though it's still in Dalton, it's all kind of like the same. Apparently, Jed has pointed out that there's a lot of what do I want to call it? Clicks and things of that nature behind the scenes, and that's kind of why Dalton is where they are today, because it's just a repeated cycle of misbehavior and people having their own secret agendas and things. It was very, very interesting. We're gonna get into it because, like I said, he bust the scene wide the fuck open. Let's hear what he had to say.
I am no longer interested in playing the game that's being played. It's because based on my investigation, Dolton did not inherit Tiffany Hinyard. Dolton made her. And because I was effective in fighting against her, everybody wanted to see me rise. But when I start talking about the facts and not the sensationalism, now they want me to go away because I know too much. And instead of honoring me for the sacrifice, they're now trying to isolate me, play political games with me, and out-strategize me when you don't even have enough power. I don't give a fuck where, oh, shoot. I don't care where you live. And I ain't never strove to be popular. And that's why people need to start ducking, because you ain't got past the finish line yet. Two things need to happen. And I said it before, and I'll continue to say it. Let me tell you what I'm concerned about. Jesus.
Right here, you can see he torn between busting it open or keeping it to himself. That when he asked, I said, tell your truth. The truth will set you free. Y'all heard Kyra in the background? She out there chirping things. Tell it. It's the dramatic pause for me. It's the dramatic pause. This how I knew something good was finna come. I said, oh, he finna tell. I got the sped up, so I'm gonna do a little rambling in between. I might make a couple jokes. Hey. This is what you call
I'm obligated.
A dramatic pause. Look at the pain in his face. Look, you have to feel for the brother. You just do. They doing Jed wrong.
I have been dishonored. I forgot about the comments about critical smoke.
By who?
This is about to hurt. It's about to hurt me. It's about to hurt everybody. I'm obligated.
Tell it.
Jesus. I may need a moment. I can't. This is actually a lot right now. It's a lot on me.
It's gonna be a moment too, y'all. It's gonna be about a minute or two. I would fast forward and stuff, but I don't want to fuck nothing up. So we just gonna Take it all in.
I have to do it.
Tell it.
Give me a second.
Tell it.
Jesus.
It went down and investigate, navigate. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and watch. Subscribe if y'all aren't subscribed to the channel.
Try my best to do a lot of things. Oh my God, y'all. This is so sucky.
And as
this
always,
may be the beginning of my end in Dalton. I would assume that once I make this move, that I will fully isolate myself and my team. And I want you all to understand that this would be the beginning of what may be a very hard journey.
You'll be all right, OG. You'll be all right. Tell it. I think I like the other view better. But I'll keep it there because it got my subscribe now in the background and all that stuff. And it's kind of eye candy for the viewers.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I promised y'all.
Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Super Chat, join the membership, buy an album, like, share, subscribe.
I'm going to show you all why. Okay.
Take your time, brother. Take your time.
As of today, they will look at me as an enemy. I'm okay with that.
They've been looking at you as an enemy.
If I start
depending on what
you're
saying.
The information and the files that I have, it will definitely. This is painful. This is painful. I'm going to tell you how we got here. And then I'm going to show you some things. I feel like I'm obligated to tell you all the truth. I've never pursued a person like this in my entire life.
I think I fell asleep on this. I don't know. I definitely don't remember how
God, this is not
I think
easy.
I fell asleep, but he was giving it up. I know I typed in there. Don't take this.
Let me tell you how Tiffany Henyard was created. As a matter of fact, do y'all even care about that? How about that? If you don't care, I won't say it. Do you care to know how Tiffany Henyard was created? The truth and the whole truth. Or do we want to just see, oh my God, I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
She was created from the elders.
Let me tell y'all something. The reason why I'm being dishonored is because I just don't play. No. And it's it.
I had the same problem, G.
GGB, yes, somebody tell us. Yes, we're following your lead, Jay, whatever. It's in your heart. None of us.
I speak up too much.
One person said, no, Ethan, you may want to get off of here because you're not going to like this. Everyone should be exposed over there.
Tell it. Tell it. We is here for it. Tell. Y'all heard going off. They going off.
The question comes up if Tiffany. I asked if Tiffany was redeemable.
Everybody's redeemable.
Yeah, I'm really suffering.
Until you die.
My feelings is all over the place because
my personal opinion.
I can't even talk about it. I'm going to show you this video, and then I'm going to explain something to you. Brace vampire. I want to give a shout out to my investigators. We've always done an amazing
job. Get good, y'all.
In the background.
Dramatic pause.
This sucks. This is a Dalton meeting from the forum.
We have 4 houses with Invest in Dalton, okay? Right now, we're waiting on 2 other houses, so we have a total of 6. That was the $30,000. That's Invest in Dalton. I'll give you a flyer so you can come to our event on the 14th, and that's going to cost $40,000. The Invest in Dalton, the 6 houses, $40,000. BP Capital has own money to rehab the houses.
So
we don't.
Is BP Capital working with Invest in Dalton? Is that what's going on, or how did they even?
I just explained it to you. Thank you.
Oh, good. You know what? That was totally uncalled for, because see, I'm trying to get an understanding.
Yes, ma'am.
We put you in there, and we will take. You know what? That's right. That was totally uncalled for. That was totally. I have never disrespected. You know what? People. This is citizens address. We need to. You know what? We need to take our village over. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We need to get our own board. We need to have our voices heard without people getting ignorant with us and trying to belittle us. You know what? This is what you do at every board. This is citizen address, and I answer. And you're supposed to answer my question until I understand. There's no such thing as a stupid question.
Thank you. Excuse me.
And them was her board members. Those were Tiffany's board members at one point. She learned from them. So
I'm talking to you, please. I'm gonna talk to a lady I used to call Mama. Trustee Stubbs, look at me when I'm talking to you, please.
Don't they pay attention to look at her?
Because I have a lot to tell about you. And you know, we used to sit in your room, in your house, and you know how you came against you because I said, why are you in the bed with Muhammad? Why are you in the bed with Pearson? Mama, what's the outcome? What did you tell me? What did you tell me? I asked you about BP Capital. Why would you take an organization out because you said they were ran by who? Forgive my language. Racist slurs against the ethnical group that they need to get out of here because they're doing nothing? And I told you they do more for me than any of you? But yet, I want to know. BP Capital. Then, trustee, I love you. I came to you from my heart, sweetie, when we got out here for you and pushed my tail off of y'all and prayed that y'all would do the right thing. And you sit up here. You the angel of this book. I didn't hold nothing against you, but you sit up here. And you know that woman dirty. I used to listen to her talk about Joyce Myers, the Bible, all that. Trustee Jen, I just want the truth here tonight. I'm coming as a resident and I'm coming as a homeowner. I have nothing else to say but the truth. I always talk help, but I'm sick of it. Because we pouring our souls out here. We giving our all. And y'all sitting up here playing with us like it's nothing. You let that woman tell you, say it's okay. Don't you do this. Don't you do that. And you sit in the back zone. That woman don't run nobody. She stepped out her body and she's not acting right. I just want to know one thing. If you're giving BP Capital 600 houses and we in $1 million deficit, right? Let's just say we charge what? Let's just say we charge $2,000 per house. Ain't that a good investment for anybody? $2,000, $4,000. That gives us $1.5 million that we just say we'll give it away, or we'll pay trustees, or we'll pay their lawyers. You know what, y'all?
I'm gonna pause it, and I can see
Dalton been dirty.
The shock factor is there. And I also see the comments of those people who say, "I've already seen this." But subsequent to the videos, we have conducted investigations into what we're looking at. The first thing that I will say is that it's very easy to point the finger when you're not sitting in the seat. Its conduct is unfortunately a consistent conduct. When I say that Tiffany was created, Tiffany was fighting the housing play that she would then eventually turn around and having, while fighting it, learn, put into play for her own self-benefit. Therefore, we have been unearthed what we would believe to be the real estate scheme of the Southland. I have not in detail broken it down because we have tried our best to truly understand its particulars. But the issue here is that BP Capital was not even a real entity. And let me see, how do I say this?
It's a share company. They're using it to steal money.
See, how do I say this? Tiffany fought what she eventually would then try to take on to self-serve. The issue for us here is that some people were fighting or are fighting because promises were made that were not upheld. Some people are fighting because of it being a reaction to a treatment directly. Some people are fighting because they lost something, and it's more about a vendetta than it is about righting an injustice. Some people, while fighting, have found prominence that they have never experienced, and they are weaving webs to try to control entities. Because if you're going to replace it with the same thing, or replace it doing it with a smile, it is emphatically the same thing. My goal in this is so that the residents stop being taken advantage of. But the MO of the Southland would then have to be exposed. It would have to dive deep into history, and it would have to be from the perspective of neutrality. And so for me, I'm going to stop there because I know that probably is a lot to stomach. But the treatment in meetings consistent. That is one set of videos. If I literally sat down here and broke down my understanding that I've had for a few months now, we would all be, or you would have all lost heart.
Point being, I remember Valerie at one meeting saying how she was being disrespected by Tiffany, yada, 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 and that's unprofessional and all of that, but you were doing the same thing. So how dare you complain when you did the same thing when you were in a position of power?
So imagine feeling and knowing that while people align themselves with your enemies, they refuse to acknowledge the genuineness of your fight, investment, intent, leave you open to all kinds of attack.
He finna get deep into it now.
All kinds of attack. Accept your sacrifice and spit in it and on it. Disingenuously engage with you, and actually create an undercurrent narrative that they don't know that you are aware that they've created simply because you're now asking questions or pushing them to greater work. The internet is fine. Y'all don't know. Y'all are only going to go by what you see, and it ain't even going to be based on what you see.
Now, I do wish he would have went more into detail when he was saying the collaborative and the collective. Now, don't get it twisted. He did say quite a few names in this motherfucker. He said some names. Yes, he did. But I wish he would have been more clear in what he said about the collaborative. Because, I mean, never mind. We're going to listen.
Here right now. That was hard for me to do. That put me in a very interesting position. That is now going to become a lot of private conversation. I'm now going to have to deal with that.
And
people aren't
public
even going to talk
conversations
about
too.
how hard it was for me to do it, nor are they going to acknowledge the fact of what I'm saying. In order to fix this issue, it cannot be personality based. It has to be factual based.
It's all about who you like.
And the fact is that Tiffany was creative. You couple that with her work ethic, her misunderstanding of how to operate in government, and the fact that she doesn't have anybody around her equipped for the full conversation, because she wants people around her who would cater to her ego and an agenda, because there is not an agenda. Have fun, spend money, make money, attack your enemies. That is the 4 pillars of her administration. So much so that they don't even know how to fight their way out of a brown paper bag, because her character is the problem. But one of the things that we honed in on is the fact that Tiffany always alluded to not being the only person. So we began to do our investigation and broaden it, and people started moving very funny. So this is why I have a problem, and I'm publicly saying this, with Sherry Hatcher. I have a problem with Sherry because she prides herself, and she is, being one of the initial fighters of this fight. And I think that she has done a great job of connecting with people who want to fight. But one of the things that I found to be very problematic in this fight is that there are gangs within the groups of these senior citizens. There is the advisory council led by Mary Avant. There is the invisible council led by Sherry Hatcher. There is another group in the back that is not brave enough to say it's organized, but it's organized. And then there are the people of social media. I lie in the middle because I have to deal with it all because I'm loud, visible, I'm on the ground. And therefore, it's been hard for me because I was forced to pick a side. As a matter of fact, I didn't pick a side. I was put on a side. Mary had come on my platform several times, and I feel that her quotes were becoming extremely memorable. And I would always interact with her because she demonstrated what I would say to be a consistent, genuine dialogue. I would get information from what I would always acknowledge to be a collaborative effort. I'd never come on at one point and attributed my work to one entity.
I just see that's what I think. I wish I knew the collaborative effort, because see, it sounds like just me. If you just listening, it sounds like it would probably be the trustees, but then he said he ain't got no problem with the trustees. But it sounds like it's a whole bunch of people in the collaborative effort, including the trustees.
No matter if my group at that time I'd gotten majority or the least, or vice versa, I'd always acknowledge the team effort. I made it very clear that I'll be responsive to the YouTubers. I tried to learn who the players were. They determined that I then had made my alliance to marry Avant. Therefore, them having their silent rifts, because we know that senior active residents have rifts. They put me on the side, and it's around the time when I fell out with my then super producer. My super producer will come on the tail end of me being set up by another YouTuber. That YouTuber, in my opinion, set me up because he gave out text messages that were incomplete and void of.
Right here, Hannibal. And as I typed in the chat, he was wrong for that. And then he just act like it didn't happen and moved the fuck on. You were wrong for that.
Of a conversation with me, what I set out to do was to honor that person. Anybody who says that I make this about me is a bold-faced lie. Because even when there are moments for us to celebrate, I engraft someone else in. I utilize the power of the platform because the influence is based on what I'm able to accumulate and how valid my voice is in the fight. So what I did not appreciate is how I'm literally facing this woman. Its police department is pitted against me. It's her allies are pitted against me. I'm getting court cases. I'm losing thousands of dollars. I'm losing sleep with a team I'm trying to build 24 hours. I have a lot of interests and agendas coming at all angles. I'm being
this gonna get spicy,
social media arena. However, the people of the village appreciated the physical touch. Again, just like I said, Tiffany, physical touch. They see what was said on the internet. They heard what was said on the internet, but they know about what I'm doing on and off of the camera. So the people supported me, but that was not what was expected. So people began to back off because I then, when I fell out with the super producer, took a different approach. I did not call people to figure out how you're doing, be their best friend, because I'm not relational, because I don't trust people, because of what I've gone through. So with that being said, super producer literally started the beginning of the end for me was when I called a meeting. The room.
I feel you, G. I don't trust women neither. I just don't. I love them. I fuck with them. I don't trust them though.
Was filled. People signed in. That sign in was not turned over to me. It was taken. And then I expressed to you all other things. Watching my home. Alluding to the ability to destroy me if I stepped out of line. Literally bringing dissent and division within the ranks of my team. And the things that they would say to me individually against everybody put me in a place where I was waiting to see the facts. Now, coming on the tail end, the understanding that Hannibal, said it wrong, said name. Oh, that's a YouTuber.
Hannibal is over.
Did something that was unwarranted and bogus and unnecessary. Created a narrative and a question that should not have been there. My thing was they should get it right because they are given information by the collaborative. They're given information by the collaborative just as I am. But I do my own investigation. And if they didn't have the information from the collaborative, then they would be forced to have to right the wrong. And that was what I wanted because the platform was too significant and always exposed frauds. Okay. But it wasn't their platform. I acknowledged it. I recognized it. It was another's platform who at this moment had begun to turn because she thought she could find her end finally to make her name great. The response to me from the collaborative is we will stop and expect things to be made right. And that was a lie. That would be the first of several lies that I would monitor that would simply be heartbreaking. I would subsequently learn that these YouTubers were invited into this fight by these people. And what I felt was they put the size of their platform over the principle of their actions. And that would be the beginning of when I would begin to side-eye the team. And then I would get a call from my vets. Vets are, somebody just called me. So no, there is another one day Jed is helping pedophiles. And then there will come a day, I'm walking y'all through this so we can understand how we get here. If you got to get off, just get off. And then there would become, so I would get a call from my vets and they would be say, you're starting to be fed false information. None of the fact checking is checking out. Well, that information came from the same source that was also feeding information to these other YouTubers. I would then notify my investigations group. We're being given bogus information. Let's be careful what we report. And I would then lean heavier on my own investigative group. But what would interest me, or I would find to be interesting, is that then this YouTuber would have accurate information that we would fact check while I had false information. So I said, whoa, is this an intent to cause me to discredit myself? It was something that made me pause. But me being me, I said, maybe it's a mistake, no matter that it's happened several times. So then, and I told y'all, I never lied. I literally have check stubs from the Department of Justice. I have resources and reach that typical advocates don't have. And it's not as a snitch, it's as an asset. My work is literally been validated.
You know, you finna scare a lot of niggas saying in there.
Advocate. You can do what we can.
You gonna scare a lot of niggas.
And so I'm still my own entity and my own boss, but I'm proud of that. I got permission to express it. Now, what person is going to get on the internet and call out something like that if they lie? I could easily get in trouble if I was lying. I have checks from the Department of Justice, which also, interestingly enough, popped up around the same time I did. Yeah. So remember when I said they were pulling me back? That's what I was talking about. Pull back. It's gotten too volatile. It's getting too crazy, going the wrong direction. And I said, fuck them checks. I'm still going to fight this fight. Well, we've worked out our differences. However, the information would be, so I was only upset, but didn't say anything because I couldn't believe that I would be lied to. You're still giving the information. This is not how I would do my friends. This is not how I would do somebody who supports me.
We need names.
This is not how I would do somebody who was showing to fight for me. That's why I felt like, oh, this is more so about being visible.
We need names.
Than it is about doing
who lied.
These moments matter. So as I watched, I didn't compete. I would just report. And then there would be moments where I would literally, you know, residents would look out for me. One of the residents is Valerie Stubbs. I've come there and she put $100 on my hand and say, this is not for the fight. You keep that. Valerie has been nothing but kind to me, nothing but sweet to me. She comes across the room and speaks to me when the rest of them won't. She literally has loved on me throughout the entire ordeal. It is recently, within the last few moments, that I realized a significant change. She doesn't go to court with me anymore. She doesn't check on me as it relates to if court is even good or bad. And she definitely said, I'm all evented out when it came to coming to the shift event, even though I watched her go to every event before and after. So I took it as, okay, I'm no longer favorable to her, but she assured me, I don't care about what they got going on. I've always shown you love, and I cannot say that she hasn't. However, when I watched that video of a young man said, I used to call your mother, it troubled me because I felt like I'd given an honor to somebody who was not being forthright with me, and it pained me. And my first time seeing her was seeing her combat the disrespect. I was willing and ready to go to bat for her, and then the investigations would ultimately show me
she did the
what
same
happened
thing.
during her tenure in the same seat of authority, same village. It was heartbreaking. It was confusing. It was a lot. So, but I never say anything publicly.
I'm not worried about nobody from Dolton being.
So I watched this guy.
Keeping it
now I have accurate information. I said, okay, the line is clearly drawn in the sand. It's okay. For me, it's not about numbers. I don't need that many views or subscribers. Forget it. But what would become a problem with me, for me, is that now on the tail end of that, I just passed over it. Now this producer, who I say sought to do harm to me, who had already created their own YouTube channel before they started doing these weird things, now they're best friends. And I'm saying, how are you friends with somebody like that did that? I'm saying what they did, and you're not gonna talk to me. You're not even. Oh, you just jealous, or you want to control who talks to, or you want to control the narrative. No, this is the second time people are moving with. At least tell me I'm in relationship with this person. Don't let me now see you doing an interview, and then everybody's like, well, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know this person. And I'm just looking at all of them over there cackling, and people who were very kind to me are now not barely even engaging me. And what's crazy to me is there is a phone call made.
It's the girls
on the team. I requested it. No, I requested a meeting. It was preempted to a phone call. I agreed because fuck it. This ain't my fight. Not for real. I could leave this at any moment. I get on the call. I express my grievances. People are silent. They have nothing to say. I agree to let all my gripes go. You can be friends with whoever you want to be. It's clear now. That's where they are. So I stopped doing interviews with people, if you haven't noticed. People that I just stopped doing interviews. I said, I'm going to just do updates. Because at the end of the day, I'm still fighting and I'm invested. I lost my baby to this. I could literally, if I was trying to be sensationalized, go on and be out of this fight a long time ago. But I got to see it through. I look at Cairo all the time. And as much as I love her, I miss the hell out of Cairo that I lost while basically fighting this fight. I got a call from the DOJ. Sometimes I just be too free. Let me just say this. I got a call from my people, the law enforcement community. I got a call from the law enforcement community. It was my understanding that one of the officers who was subpoenaed into the grand jury did not show up. It was a shocker for me. Didn't understand it. This is during the time of Lacey as the chief. I couldn't talk to the officer because it was against their policy, and I didn't want to harm them in any way. But they didn't show up to the grand jury, and I was confused because it was my understanding that this was mandatory. And why wouldn't this officer show up to the grand jury? So I had to make phone calls to actually learn that Lacey and Mayor Hinyard had tricked this officer because in the policy of the department, you cannot talk to outside entities, including a grand jury, or surely you could lose your job. Did you know that?
What damn?
I don't think you knew that. So it created a very hard scenario. I couldn't get on the internet and say, so they didn't go to the grand jury.
The government.
And I don't know what's going on. I'm now not in lockstep with the collaborative. I can't talk to this particular officer. So I got to go to DC. But I didn't have a babysitter. $65 to put these animals in monkey care. And then you still got to buy their supplies. My baby been in monkey care too long. I put my baby in my bag. I talked to a chat that was outside of my group because they had something to do with movement. That chat has been dismantled. I flew all the way to Washington, D.C. to figure out what to do because this officer didn't show up to the grand jury. What does this mean? How are we addressing this? What is y'all understanding? What's going on? I'm confused. And then while I'm dealing with that or on my way there, I'm telling my group I don't have a babysitter for Cairo. They then snaked me, made the authorities aware, and my baby was taken.
Say their name.
My hand, and it hurts to this day.
Put the name out there. Who was it?
And I had to let the internet talk its shit. But this would be the day. I said my baby was hurt. These people said, we're sorry to hear that. We're gonna help you. Didn't lift a finger. But Mary Avant, and I'll never forget it a day in my life.
I had a great show with her.
Her credibility,
scavenger hunting,
her standing,
you warned me
all of that on the line. That woman made GoFundMe. And she said to me, you've done so much for us.
And the Louisiana hot sauce.
We're gonna get your baby. And I was sitting in that seat, crippled with pain, never thinking that I could feel pain for an animal. And here's another child of mine gone. Love you, because I don't got much as it relates to family and things like that. Set up, people know who did it, but ain't nobody gonna say nothing. And they on the internet talking shit. And I can't even ask people to do nothing for me because I'll always be a fraud if I do. And that woman sat there And that woman raised that
What
money.
people think. They
She
don't
caught
call the
person
Red
after
Cross and the Salvation Army fraud.
And I had to
they
literally
billionaires.
still go to that meeting, body aching with emotional
Don't
pain,
nothing feel but a
not
trap.
knowing what the hell that was going to
And a
happen.
closed
And it
mouth
was an
don't get
advocate
fed.
that called the Congresswoman to see if there could be anything done. I had Congress involved. Mary was involved. My team was involved. My family was involved. But not all these other people that said they would be. And it hurt my heart. Now it was the third time. Too much truth, right? Yeah. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. And the whole time, I got a whole gang of motherfuckers attacking my name. And all it took was for them to get on here and say something very simple. We appreciate the work Jedediah does. We validate and vindicate him from all of these rumors and accusations. And this is the true history. But never, not one time, did any of them cover me. But I took it because I wasn't there. I'm not here for popularity. But I said, every time they stand in a meeting and I see Tiffany say something wrong, I'm ready to jump on a plane, spend my own money, get a flight there to stand with them. I have nothing but love for Paul. That man flat-footed on my own page a few days ago had the audacity to call me an opportunist and then explained it. Aren't most? And then if I ever said something against or about Paul, I'd be wrong because I'm not a resident, right? But let me tell you this. When he
let's just be real. Are we shocked? That's just what the fuck white people do. They ingratiate themselves with you, and then every blue moon, they have to try to come out and let you know that you black and they white. Let's just keep it 100.
a dog or an animal with Tiffany, I stood by him. And I said, I don't think he meant to call her an animal. Jennifer has been nothing but loving and kind, receptive with me, warm. But here it is, DeMarcus Krigley stands up for Tiffany. I'm ready to go fight this man for fucking blows. And then I'm sitting on my own platform. Paul always gets a warm greeting when he comes in, and he writes those words, I'm an opportunist. And I had to read that shit 2 times on live.
And it takes me back to when you were at the meeting and he walked past you and you were like, wait a minute, maybe he ain't see me. No, he did that on purpose. He been throwing shade for a minute, G. He really has. If you just go back and look, I ain't the one to, it ain't my business, but he been throwing shade for a minute. If you just go back a couple months, he been throwing shade.
And 7 times when I was off, I couldn't believe my eyes. What opportunity have I got?
The same that everybody else got.
To me.
He took the opportunity to get them numbers and
they
shit.
Give each other awards.
He running for shit.
I ain't even got a dandelion out the grass.
Everybody took.
I haven't gotten money.
I don't take it as no diss. I shouldn't the fuck did.
Them to loan me money so that I can deliver to them mantra
to get some views. Because Tiffany
I asked them to loan me money so that I can secure the attorney for Fania due. It was significantly higher than what I wanted it to be. I asked them to loan me money.
Who is he talking about? He's saying collaborative, but we don't know the names of the collaborative. It's like a secret cabal. Is this an Illuminati in Dalton?
Any money beyond, I think, a total of $1,000 in this.
Is these the elite?
They ain't even nowhere near that. And it was a loan. I have made myself indebted in this fight because those tips y'all was getting, I didn't get that information from the collaborative. People was all in my inbox when they found out they can get paid for it. Well, we were paying thousands of dollars for these little funky ass episodes that don't even garner $63 being monetized. Go look at
he told you the truth. 63 a video.
Think about. And so anyway,
is
this y'all mad at me for telling the truth? Somebody can tell me.
I'm just saying though, G. I get about 23 a video, so I'm shit. You be doing like an hour, Judge. So if you get $62 a video, you I fuck with it. I'm trying to get up to that, Judge. I do twice a day. I get like 23 a video. On a good day, I get a 32 or something. 63. I done seen it in a couple videos, but that's not normal for me. So yeah, you're doing good, G, for the amount that you be on. Really, Just imagine if you did twice a day and it was 63 a video.
Yeah, I'm lying. I want you to. So I said, damn. I would have just told him, well, I don't like what Hannibal did, but we got to use him because we got a platform. No, you know what? We're not going to give him no information. But you've been doing it the whole time. Like, I don't have the ability to monitor what's going on. And like my dumb ass can't see the stuff.
And lives pay better than uploads in my case. The
audacity of the moment. And then you become friends with the person. And I'm telling you, I'm warning you. And then they say, you know what? I'm going to go ask them what happened. And they never came back and told me nothing. I said, can I at least ask them what's happened? And then they come back. They ain't never said nothing bad about you. What? I'm not just out here fucking talking just to be talking.
Like, share, subscribe.
I don't have a problem with YouTubers having a page.
Hit the super.
I don't care about who's friends with who.
Buy an album.
I just want to be respected by the people fighting for it. That's it. So my delivery, all the customs,
investigate, navigate.
It's really what y'all don't know. Because if I literally said it and told my whole truth, ain't nobody gonna say shit. So eventually, I had enough. And now I'm saying the name of the person.
Sick of this shit.
I tried many times. I tried many times. But when somebody came to me and said that Sherry Hatcher said, Jedi talking too much, we need to pull him back. That's when my mind began to say, who the hell do you think I am?
Uh-oh.
The Department of Justice can't make me walk away. Who are you to think you can control me and my narrative? And because I was not controlled, they thought being the kingmaker that they claim to be, they'll just pick another. So now they go with super producer and these big YouTubers that they share information. Nobody's doing an interview with Jedediah, and I stopped asking them to. All I asked for was respect, to be considered. And then I'm watching all of the awards. I go to the event. They got their own table. Literally, it breaks my heart because I know a lot of shit. And I watch Mary roam around the room by herself, and they sit down at their table like they're the golden girls that run the shit, and they feel like they got the victory. And they isolate who they don't like. Why? Because Mary got an active mouth. Because that's what she had. Mary always asking questions. Mary always got something to say. Well, have you never ever had a fucking grandmother? We love them for that shit. It keeps us on our toes. We don't isolate them. We don't target them. We don't hate them because they make us think about what we don't think. So I just asked Sherry on the post because she always put up posts and she makes little bitty comments that I know for a fact are against me. We're screwed. Why are you screwed? Because Jerry resigned, because people were making comments. That is so that it could be in the mind of people, because who said the comments about Jerry Jones? It was Jedediah Brown. I'm the one that extracted the accusations and allegations against him, and I made it very clear I didn't give a fuck about if they voted for her or not. If this man has gotten away with being a predator against children, against males, and workers, allegedly, it ought to be dealt with now because it ain't been dealt with in years. And that's why we're sitting here with a rape allegation that can't be dealt with because it has been the narrative to sweep that shit under the rug. So fucking what, he resigned. So then I asked.
Now that's Thornton Township business there.
He is the will of the people. You ain't got one.
Thornton Township.
But you rather play political games with me. I sat in that meeting at that house open and I watched everybody. And you know what was crazy to me? Everybody that acted strange to me. It was a room full of people. Everybody that acted strange to me, they went to one table. All of them. And that was Sherry's table. And only one person came out of the conversation with me, and that was Valerie. Very respectful. She asserted her independence. And I met and had a conversation with Thelma, the one that has the go to jail shirt on, when we was at Thornton Township meeting. But I could tell when I walked in the other thing, she wasn't comfortable, because at the end of the day, I know y'all talking about me, and I know that y'all don't like me and rather that I leave. But I'm glad that I also know that dog is bigger than the game. Why are you doing this, Jedi? Because it's time for truth to be exposed, because I got to annihilate what keep on hurting the Southland. People pick their people, them the only ones that can benefit, and you keep on seeing the same kinds of plays because there is a formula in the Southland that needs to be broken.
It's the Illuminati.
For YouTube. I came for justice.
I'm here for you.
And at the end of the day, if after the day I get one viewer and I ain't welcome back, I did my damn job and I told the truth. I asked for an apology. People denied that it was not there. They agreed it was wrong, but it ain't there. I said, what is it that, what does these friendships mean and alliances mean? It don't matter, they're not there. And then I get a call from somebody in Flint, who was super producer. They're stirring drama and mess behind the scenes. There's discord. And then I'm looking at her now, interviewing and connecting in lockstep with people of Flint. All right. I can't say nothing about it. I can't say it against it, but it's crazy when you have somebody who controls your black book, build their contacts with you, endears themselves to, and they would always say, oh my God, I thank you so much because I'm getting all these job offers and all these friends and contacts that I wouldn't have had. And I was like, that's great. I'm like, what are you talking about? Only to get a call from people saying, who is this person asking us if they could do production for us? Who is this person asking the details? Why does this person keep on calling me, asking me, am I okay? Good strategy. So then I started looking at the problems. And my voice would then become unheard, because even when I came up here and I said, look, you all just got a response from this man's status to be a police officer. Y'all need to do a press conference to now hit the court, hit this, hit that. Then nobody moved because Jedediah said it. But what they're going to do now is go and put in that group politics Mr. Moore's information. And now they've got to sign petitions and do paperwork. And then I got into it with somebody because I was getting ready to go do exactly what I just did. We don't need that kind of chaos anymore, is what was said to me. Conversation was clarified. Me and the person is cool, but I took it offensive because now I'm chaos. So I started to question everything. And then I saw that LNC guy stuff, and I started to wonder why he was attacking everybody. And I instructed my team, so that I have no surprises, investigate everybody. My team would eventually investigate everybody, and then I would come on and say, I've only found one clean. And there's so many things that I could say that I'm not going to say. But I have literally stopped fighting for Dolton in order to fight for my honor in a place that I came only to restore the honor to, while losing my friends, being ridiculed in the public. I lost a whole home of mine. I lost my baby. I ain't received no more than a loan outside of people putting things in my pocket, and I even put that shit in the pot. And I refuse to leave here and let somebody else set up a dynasty to regurgitate the same cycle with different personality. And I say this on the record, Jason House is good. And I'll support that man all the way to the ballot. I will show up for Jason House. He has done everything he said he would do. And what I've seen about him as it relates to our files is nothing that I would not understand looking at his character. Let me put it like this. He waiting his turn to right the wrongs. So if it's ever said, for example, he agreed with Riley while he was leading, he did as a trustee, because he was waiting his opportunity to make it right. And there are a lot of things that Jason House has done outside of the screen that makes him viable and the best damn decision that Dalton can make. I'm not concerned about Jason House.
I hope I
wasn't
about
muted
when I had
I'm not
just
concerned about Brittany
last time.
I'm not concerned about Ed Steve. I'm not concerned about Clerk Key, but I'm damn concerned about people that are around them. And I've watched them play in my face. And they thought that because I wasn't a resident that I couldn't have a voice to say what I'm saying now. But I learned a long time ago, say everything. Because when you get on the screen or when you all go behind, and this is why I get in people telling me, oh, this is what they saying to residents about you. And this is what they doing to residents about you. And this is what they're telling people's perspective about you. But you sitting there smiling in my face. You sitting there looking at me across the aisle. I was blown away when Cheryl Hill came and talked to me. She apologized to everybody in that room. She didn't apologize to me, but she said, my door ain't never closed to you. She said a lot of stuff to me. But I'm sitting there looking like this is the woman who literally got out the damn thing and said, y'all brought Jedediah out here. I ain't never came against you. You said things about me. These are the simple truths that destroy fights. It don't be what's in the front, it be what's in the background. And when I can't get people to deal with their bullshit in the background, I bring it to the front because I ain't here for it. And I'd rather not be liked for truth than to be fake love for being fake. It's just my preference. So if you understand now you can understand my rebuffing against Miss Sherry Hatcher, because she has not been a friend to me. She has not been or attempted to become a kingmaker and a puppet master. I am no puppet, and I don't stand to gain anything from Dolton besides the drama that I have received in my life. And therefore, it would have been fine with me if I would have called her. Now, after the team call, I made another gesture against the advice of my vet and against the advice of my team. We did our shift event. I called Sherry because I called everybody else. Who started this fight? She started this fight. Okay, the history says she started this fight. I'm going to extend an even greater olive branch to her. I called her, Sherry, we're going to honor you. Y'all start cycling enough awards, but I'm going to honor you too. We're going to honor you at the shift event. Now, I know we don't get along. Can you come? Sherry's words, my father is in surgery. I'm shocked that you will honor me. I will try to get somebody and be there. Then I make phone calls of people around her. What's her favorite food? What's her favorite color? What's her favorite thing? What's this? Can I get resources to bless her with that? And quietly, without my team involved, we get $1,500. Didn't even tell them to give an honor to somebody who don't even fuck with me. Now, I understand having a father issue, but people always got issues when they doing things. When you make time for what you don't want to make, it everything else. I call Miss Valerie Matter. I'm all evented out. I watched 3 events, and after shift, I watch another event. I was like, oh, hell, maybe during the shift, she got a rest for the other event, but I don't want it to look like I'm just being petty because of my event. No, what it is I want to know why y'all being honest with me because I don't like bullshit. Just tell me you don't want to come. So it's fine. And so anyway, literally, we have the event. It's successful. I think it's more successful than people expected it to be, more nicer than people expected it to be. And that's fine. The reviews are in, but this is where my problem comes in. No show. What the fuck? Now my team is like, we told you. We told you. I hate looking dumb. I hate feeling dumb. It's fucked up. That's $1,500. I could have paid my bill. 1,000 of that came from me. I didn't even want to be shamed to let my team see what I had as a surprise for her. Nobody was going to know until she came. Until she came. I was like, fucked up. That's so fucked up. I was hurt. And so the event was over. No phone call. Damn. You couldn't even call to say, thank you for the intent to honor. I'm sorry I couldn't show up.
Maybe women don't give a fuck.
Maybe I couldn't this. But I also know everybody in that camp, nobody told me the favorite food, favorite color, favorite nothing. You know why? Because they already knew she wasn't showing up. It was giving me the runaround. How y'all all so close, but don't nobody know her favorite?
I ain't never said it. Okay. I did. I hearted it, but thank you for the 50, G.
In light of this live, I think that I
Brother
would announce
back
my near conclusion.
all the time.
I wasn't going to do that. But I do think that at this particular moment, me being there will only make it more contentious. No, as a matter of fact, fuck that. I don't run from shit. Now people got an opportunity to tell their version, and we can fight this out in the public because I've been so dishonored in the private, and I've tried and done everything I could to bend over backwards, frontwards, be respectful and engaging and very accommodating to only be dishonored, and I don't accept it anymore. I don't. You know why I love Critical Smoker now? Because Critical Smoker stood flat foot in my face and said, I ain't got no problem with you, but he did something that only a man of honor could do. He said, LNC gave me my start. Now, I'm supposed to be on the honorable side of things. But you know what
I can respect it too. He gave me my start, but Tommy Sotomayor gave me my start in a way, I feel like. But that does not mean that I'm supposed to take on all his beefs and his battles. I don't have to participate in him dragging somebody because he gave me my start on my platform. In his chat, that's one thing. But to take the shit to my platform and fuck with his enemies is asinine. So I will never respect it. But I can respect the loyal part. I fuck with him. I'm gonna share his videos and that shit there. But he took it past just, he gave me my start. He actively participated. He talked shit. He participated in the Cairo, wasn't he the one that designed the shirts, the hoodies or whatever about Cairo being took? He went beyond being loyal.
Love is people who can honor the truth regardless of how they feel. That man looked at me and I said, oh, now that I respect. He said he gave me my start. If he agree with him now or not, if he working with him now or not, if they walking alongside now or not, you made me look even worse because you showed me over there it's a man without. But I would have at least, even if I didn't like me now, say, you know what, Jedediah, you did come in here and do your thing. But I have watched interview after interview, and they named every other person but me on purpose. Even that's what I said. I said, how you gonna go on Super Producer's platform and acknowledge everybody and intention to leave me out because what you want to make sure that they weren't uncomfortable, or you trying to write me out the history while you sit back and act like you got a victory and ain't even working hard because you think this thing gonna be delivered right into your hands and you think you're gonna take the reins of power when the truth is that you're fighting because you got fired for doing something wrong. Tiffany did not allow you to get your job back, and now you're waiting for the next administration so you can get a job back. Probably
let Jed cook
on that. Because I could talk about what I got in facts, in email, in text, because I don't play.
Let them cook.
So now
these YouTubers so fast. I don't
And
know
we
if
can be
nobody
very
that talked about it.
those of you all who decide to not like me after today,
I found it
you can do
interesting.
so.
Hopefully my
Y'all have to
audience
come over
does
here
as well.
You can try to create whatever narrative you want. But my heart was so full and it was so heavy because Vivian, I haven't done shit for. I have not
play the clip, y'all.
Really
y'all know I
to.
got the clip.
I have not interacted
loaded
with.
up.
And even though I know what she said at that Jason House thing, I couldn't believe that this woman got on any platform
did you see this?
and did the very
Like,
simple thing you
indeed.
do. And that's told the truth according to how she knew it. But she did it in defense of the facts. And guess what? It blew me away because when I saw her, she was like, I just saw her throwing times from Hey Jedi. She ain't thinking about me one way or another. She doing her thing, but she got on that thing. And I'm sitting up here saying, now here it goes. I ain't done a damn thing for this woman. Don't even talk to her. And then got on there and set a record straight. Now that's what you do. And then I look at the comments. The people were mad. She lying. You can't go against a direct resident that's here on the fight.
All right. Now, like I said, I got the clip. Hold on. I'm not playing it there. Change the view.
YouTube beef that's going on between Jedediah and the YouTubers, and what's going on there with
start at the beginning. So when we couldn't get people to listen to us, the news, Sherry Brighton, she came up with the idea to take it to YouTube. At that time, I was never even on YouTube. I wasn't watching YouTube, but a lot of people watch YouTube videos. Now, mind you, I've been sick, so I'm out of the loop on a lot of stuff that's going on.
One thing real quick.
Uh-huh.
I want to reiterate something you just said. So you're saying that the news wasn't covering it at all.
They wasn't covering it like we wanted them to, and we were trying
It was YouTube who turned it up.
Right. We were trying to get a lot of attention to the finances and to what the trustees were going through. So we had to take it to the YouTubers because the YouTubers, they do good content. And when they do good content, they have high numbers of people that watch their videos. So I think that they took it to Pink Book Lessons. They took it to Hannibal is Hungry and Shawani Burns. So those are like the first 3 YouTubers that they took it to. And they rolled with it. Like they were doing really good content with it. They were watching the meetings. They were, creating clips, like you just did, and talking about Dolton. That started getting the buzz. So when that started getting the buzz, they started using other content creators from YouTube to give them the same information so they can, start posting their own stories. What happened was when Tiffany got wind of that, she flipped a couple of the content creators. So, like one of them, her name is Lolita.
Dingleberry commentary.
A Dalton resident. I didn't know this heifer. Never seen her growing up in Dalton, but that's what she claims. She had another one, Conscious somebody. She had this guy. I forgot his name. He was a loser too. Then she had this one like devil worshiping lady. Like seriously, this lady would be online at 3 a.m. reading tarot cards and making weird laughs and stuff. Like for real. Like it was crazy. So with the YouTubers that we were using, they all flipped and went to Tiffany's side because,
as you said, so I'm guessing she's part of the collaborative that Jed was talking about. Oh no, hit the wrong button. Play.
Everybody wants to have that first story, right? Everybody wants to be able to, okay, like when Keith Freeman filed bankruptcy, Shawani Burns, she's the one that released that. And then everybody else got the you see how I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they always wanted to be the ones to break something. And they wasn't getting the content that they needed to break the stories. They were always like second and third.
Gotcha.
So for the ones that really wasn't getting content at all, they flipped with Tiffany. They got mad at Dolton because we had people that we were already using that was already set up in place already. Now, if you look at what's going on in Dolton, you know that people gonna watch the videos because it has something to do with Dolton.
Right.
So if you're a good content creator, then that's up to you to figure out how to get your channel better. That's your thing. And it's like, if you're boring, you're boring.
Sandy, just keep wanting. If you boring, you boring. If you suck, you just fucking suck. It don't matter what you talk about, you gonna suck.
It is what it is.
So with Jedediah was releasing a lot of breaking news for content that he was creating. Now, when Jedediah started, he didn't have a YouTube. So YouTube wasn't his thing. He was only on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And Jedediah already came with a following because remember, I told you he's been an activist under Andrew Holmes.
Right.
So a lot of people know of Jedediah and they're jealous of the relationship that he had with Dolton because he came into Dolton and led the charge when it came to the YouTube and the content. Now, Jedediah has an investigation team set up that helps him. So, that's his thing. Investigating and advocating. That's what he called himself. So a lot of the other YouTubers was just jealous because Jedediah has that spotlight.
And they don't care about Dolton, no.
They don't care about Dolton. And that's the whole thing. It's like all of these YouTubers' whole purpose is to monetize.
Right.
And everybody was just...
I don't care about Dolton like that. And I was monetized before I heard of Dolton. So that wasn't it. It's a captivating story. It just was. Tiffany could have a reality show. Actually, the whole town could have a reality show. With the shit going on at the meetings and stuff. The wacky people put in place, the ass kissing going on by the public works department. I personally would be offended that the mayor is always looking over my goddamn shoulder. Like, that's not, what the fuck? Why is you always out here? We don't need you here, mayor. Normal mayors don't be out in the snow and shit because they trust their public works department to do the fucking job.
Assuming that, Jedediah was just monetizing off everything, which I don't know what's in Jedediah's pockets, how he do his money or whatever, but everybody was already making money off of Dolton.
We stay saying Jedediah.
In my opinion, it's sad because y'all not giving it back to Dolton at all. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all taking our pain and y'all monetizing it, and y'all not even trying to help with what we're going through.
I almost felt bad.
Jedediah shows up to the meetings. You understand what I'm saying? He's there. He's present. All these YouTubers, they just want to be on YouTube, which is fine. That's what YouTube is for, to create content and to help you get subscribers to watch it. But y'all mad at him because he has more subscribers. He has all of the details of what's going on with Tiffany Hinger. And it's like, even whatever he break, you still can talk about. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So what's the beef? It's just like all of the YouTube, and I get tired of all of them. Like even Grace Levy, like she went in the other day on Jedediah Brown, and I don't watch YouTubers content really. And you remember I told you because I still haven't really watched the
not Widgets the World Watcher.
But I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch it because I hate hearing myself talk. But I do. It's real. It's so real. You think I'm playing? It's so real. Like I won't even rewatch the meetings. I'll fast forward myself when I do public comment. It's so extra, but it's just that everybody has some type of content that they're trying to create. It's all about the validity of that story, right?
Right.
And whether or not what you're creating and what you're telling to the masses is true.
Right.
And Jedediah, a lot of stuff that he said has not been debunked. You understand what I'm saying? So when he broke stories about Henyard and broke stories about the trustees, even when Jerry Jones resigned, Jedediah knew that before, other people would know.
Mm-hmm.
But Jedediah was like one of the ones that forced Jerry Jones to resign because Jerry Jones had a sketchy past of quote unquote allegedly touching boys.
And he's doing the research. He doing the research and the knowledge to
he investigates. That's what his thing. But he's an activist, so he knows how to get information.
Yeah,
they're not
he's really out here.
They're content creators. You don't hit the streets like he do. You understand what I'm saying? Like he's out there. He's talking to victims. It's not just Dalton that he's doing. So y'all mad, but y'all not out here putting y'all feet to the pavement, trying to really come to these meetings and figure out why is it like this.
Well, you know what? Let me say something there. That's a good point.
And that's what he was talking about there.
It didn't fit the narrative, huh? So now Vivian don't even have to rock with me after the day, but she told the truth. And it vindicated me in a space where I've had to fight for myself. So that's why I said, I know what real looks like. That's real. If she know about everything else that's going on around or not. And then I went to Critical Smoker and I looked in his comments. My team showed me his comments. And I'm sitting there apologizing to this man. And I watched the vitriol that was spitting out against me. And I said, God, what have I done? Nothing. And that's...
And when he told me about that, I said, brother, most of the people that be talking shit, they don't want peace. It's the people in the chat, it's entertainment for them more so than the content creators. Because most of the time for us content creators, it's not entertaining, it's business. It's entertainment for the people that's watching.
That's why I'm okay with the attacks. I'm okay not being accepted in the group. I'm okay not being loved by people who don't want to be real. And I'm okay because when I open up my mouth, the one thing you won't do, you might say, we can't stand that motherfucker. But what you won't say is that he is lying. Because that ain't how I was raised. And I might have every other sin in the book on my name. But one thing God ain't going to do is say you lied or you did it for something for yourself. Now, I have demanded for the third time a meeting because I need to sit in front of these people and I need to show them their files and I need to know what.
Now he got the files on him
because I will not sensationalize.
Now he got
Tiffany
files
does not
on
deserve
him
to be mayor of that town any further. Jason House is the best thing you got. But if y'all gonna clean the house, let's get the fucking broom, the mop, the rags, the soap, the bleach.
Uh-oh, the spring cleaning.
I'll be damned if I play politics and then you take the reins and you think that you'll disrespect me like I don't recognize. It's already happening. I don't want to be famous. I don't need to be rich. I don't care popular. I just refuse to be dishonored while I'm giving my all unto the glory of the God that created this imperfect being. I hope I said something that added value to your life. And that's why when I get ready to start talking about these candidates, I hope that y'all know that when I say what I say, I'm telling you the truth. So I don't think I'm a part of a collaborative effort anymore. Anything that I report from here on out will probably be that of the investigative prowess of INA. To the people I lose today, my heart will be sad, but for a moment. But it'll also glory, because truth makes you free. You don't have to fake with me anymore. We can now just all be honest. Let's go. 5 questions, and then I'm going to get.
That was it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, as y'all see, wait a minute, let me see. Let me pull it back up and look. There's still 20 minutes left in that thing. And yeah, I didn't play the first hour. I came in for the good part, so y'all make sure y'all go over there and check out what he said before then and after. MoneyBoy Trey, aka the Petty Goat. To the next episode, we out. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot this bitch ass with the quickness. Now he bleeding, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 limp biscuit. All my niggas wildin', they done labeled us a misfit. Wake up every morning, 2 or 3, 5 in the tidbit. Oh shit, get nobody cut to see you old. It's some focus. Shoot 100 shots, no reloaded. Master of the game, you would think I'm into coded. Memphis niggas spit this pimpin', mackin' like I'm golden. Ho, with my money, you gon' turn me to the old me. Say hi, first class flight, I'm in the nosebleed. Hop it, cook it, whip it, ship it till you count the proceeds. OG, I've been moving pack niggas since 03. Low key, niggas hating but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat. Get jammed, get a lawyer, make it bunny, don't speak. Pour up, I need some more. A nigga had a long week. Shout out to my plug, he showed me love, he out in Long Beach. I'm true geek, walking by myself but left with 2 freaks. Ooh, we nothing in they mouth and on they booty. Austin Power swag, yeah, baby, this is groovy. You can call me Money Boy or you can call me Nudie. Hood niggas, churches, chicken, let me get a 2-piece. Top down, 2-seater, let me feel the 2-breeze. Gotta hold it steady, chopper, kick it back like Bruce Lee. Lately I've been in the zone, I guess I'm in my 2-3. Don't call my phone for nothing less than a QP. Feeling like the Migos, cause my bitch is bad and bougie. All my haters love me, all these bitches just some groupies. Came a long way, I like to introduce the new me. Standing on business like I'm king or like I'm Drewski. Call me Ron Island cause I like my love for shoes. Yeah, when we link it's a movie, she bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. Call me Ron Island cause I love my love for choosy. When we link it's a movie, she bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. I never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Niggas talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 limp biscuit. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 limp biscuit.